100%. Well, not only do men deal with that as well as the police, but there's different circumstances. But not somebody putting somebody in for no reason because they got threatened. They got threatened, so I'm going to grass him up, or and they've said the worst of the worst. It's like you're coming on, you threaten people, you then get threatened back, and then you speak to the police. That's grassing. That's really, really bad. But circumstances, of course, I don't mind people speak to the authorities. That it is what it is over them kind of crimes. But things like that, putting somebody in because of earning a little bit of money, like when he put what's her name in, Delusive Angie. You know what I mean? And the stuff that he's did to me and the people he's grassed up, no, it's a wrong one.
Flat, I've got my pigs, I've healed not friendships, but I've healed online relationships with like you guys. Do you know what I mean? And I just can't. I just can't with the hypocrisy.
Big up, Shelley.
I won't lie to you though. I wouldn't believe that you've healed with Alex because the stuff that Alex has said about you on the phone calls are mad.
And the stuff that I've said about Alex online's mad.
Yeah. Oh, fair enough.
Yeah. You know what I mean?
Corey used to go live and that and start speaking in like an oxygen mask and all this stuff and big pictures of big fat men and stuff.
Alex and sleep apnea was my fucking biggest fucking...
Yeah, Zach was in everybody's box yesterday, weren't he? He flew around the app in everybody's box. He was in fucking Talia's box, Scouse Slayer's box. He was in Alex's box. He's just gone around everywhere, hasn't he?
Yeah. Oh, I apologise, I didn't know, but there we go.
Yeah, oh no, me and Alex, our beef is historical. Yeah. Historical.
People mention beefs on this app, but literally they'll go, who do you reckon the biggest beef on Drama Talk? And it definitely was me and Angie, 100%. Like, I don't care what anyone says.
Oh no,
was religious for years.
That was my content.
And you know the thing is, Corey, it was always genuine as well. A lot of these beefs on the app that you see, they're all a little bit fake. The conversations are happening, but mine was genuine.
Look, there you got somebody stroking his own ego there. Did you hear what Alex said about he was the first person to probably start some drama on the app and obviously do this FYP and back and forth, him and Angie. Angie's only been on this app for 3 years. That's the first thing. And I remember she was some pissed up woman on the internet, getting drunk every day, speaking about having sex with a dog and a dad and a brother. That's the first thing. Alex Brigham used to sit in her box. That's all he did. The first person, no matter, I hate to say it, I do hate to say it, I fucking really hate to say it, the first person to get involved in fucking absolute chaos was Donna Monteith, Evil Queen, and me. Alright? Me and Evil Queen was at each other for fucking years and were known for it. Way before Alex Brigham had the crib, way before he started firing up the FYP, way before he started arguing with fucking Angie. Me and Evil Queen were at war. He was. So he's full of shit, tried to praise himself. Me and EQ was fucking at it for years, man. And then Donna Monteith was fucking got a show set up at the back of me because she didn't like me. You know what I mean? And that's the truth. But yeah, we was doing it way before Alex Brigham. Way before. Then any one of them, before the Luke, before Alex, before Angie, before Pearl, before even Pearl was on the app, before Angie was even on the app, before Brigham was on the app, before Luke was on the app, before Corey Wald even had an audience. Me and EQ was at this.
All the way through.
Yeah, but he's so like Drama Talk. Like you two have personalities. I have.
Is that MT?
But
yeah, should we listen to MT?
Oh, shag him.
No, you won't.
Oh, he's fit.
What are you on about? He's got 4 teeth in his mouth, you fucking idiot.
Do you mind not slagging me live, please? I'm busy doing an FYP show here.
Yeah, I'm just saying you just turned around and said that you and Angie was the first person to start up some real drama on the app when that's not true.
No, on this side of Drama Talk, before you and EQ stuff, on this side of Drama Talk, the main beef was me and Angie, 100%.
Me and EQ started Drama Talk?
No, it started way before you.
Off the back of Donna Monteith was one of the first persons to start this, but off the back of me.
Can you just stop going now and start saying that you do appreciate me, really? You're a
get out of my box, you clout chaser! Sling it, get out of it! Sorry, guys.
He's got what?
He's got 4 teeth in his mouth.
No, he hasn't.
Yes.
Has he got me?
Did you say that?
Yes.
No.
He's going to
The guy's a fucking crackhead.
Corey, you just said he's gummy. He's going to be turned on even more now.
I've never denied that.
Okay.
Well, no, I didn't know I'm a tooth guy.
I might have to start making you mad, Lindsay. I might have to. When you become a super fan, I might make you mad and add you into the group.
I'm a tooth guy.
The guy's a crackhead, Zach.
You shut up.
No.
Yes.
Okay, you can listen. So, Chippy was coming for Dan's trauma.
Been using.
Right, yeah. Anyway, that's my thought on this situation. Now, I've got a lot to say on this situation. I have a lot to say on fucking Laura. Right, so let's listen to this fucking... Oh, God knows what kind of face she's got. It's like a fucking squirrel, isn't it? You know what I mean? Oh, yeah, I need to talk about this video. Let me talk about this video, Bradders, and then we'll get rid of her. I'm only playing one video of this cretin.
The life of someone to push hate and more division upon this fucking app. And I'll be honest with you, yesterday I couldn't find it in me to go fucking live because the amount of shit that I am listening to and watching and the amount of foundation I rubbed off my fucking skin just yesterday is just absolutely blowing my fucking mind. No, I couldn't. I was listening to things. I was just like, what the fuck are they going on about? Now, I do know some people have been coming in my life saying, what's your opinion on this? I'll be absolutely quite honest. I chose to ignore the majority of you that came into my life because I don't like to form an opinion or have a conversation on a subject that I don't really know nothing about. Because of the conversations on this app, it has forced me to go. I feel like I really should be having this conversation with this on. Even though a lot of people that have been having a conversation about this sensitive, in my opinion, subject look like this, but without the fucking costumes.
Let me explain something to everyone about racism, and as race is to do with colours and creed or faiths or religion or whatever you want to do it, you know what I mean? I come from two daughters, right, that I've got of a half Jamaican woman, right? My daughters are generally mixed girls, all right? And yeah, so that's the culture I come from, do you know what I'm saying to you? I dressed up as Hitler once and I got called a racist as a joke in an outfit, do you know what I mean? My daughters took the picture and they're mixed, just to let you know, but she's the definition of a racist. She's full definition of a fucking racist. She's worse than, I think, worse than Pearl. Even though Pearl said a couple of naughty things she shouldn't have said, I think she's worse than Pearl. And let me explain why Laura is more of a racist than anybody else, right? She's always speaking about white privilege. White privilege. It's a main character. This is a very uneducated woman who don't really know about fucking slavery, right, or racism or where it comes from, right? Back in the day of the African slave, and I am going to say this, right, because I need to give her a fucking lesson, right, in history and in racism, okay? Back in the day of racism, right, you had the African slave. African slaves were enslaved by their own people, okay? So it was black on black. They enslaved their own people, they caught their own people, and then they sold them on as slaves. And that's when the Americans bought people. But listen to this, the Americans wasn't just buying the black American slave, which were really expensive. They were also buying the Irish slave, where I originate from. And the Irish slave was a lot cheaper than the African slave. Did you know this? Where they wanted to bring them onto America to build and ever. And what they used to do is, right, they used to send the Irish women on the ships when they were travelling for months back to the States, so they could have their wicked way with the Irish woman because they were frustrated, because they were worth so much money, right? They used to throw the Irish people over the sea, the men and women, and drown them because the African slave was worth more money. The Irish people, right, and the famine and how the Irish were treated was way worse than the black American. I'm sorry, but it is. Okay, treated like utter garbage. Do you know the times of the famine, they nearly depopulated Ireland by well over 50%, murdered us, And even though you have got the black slavery and it was bad, and some of the black Americans got treated disgustingly, they never lost as many people as the Irish, and that's in history. You can go and check that out. So I'm sick to death of a woman who's mixed race, by the way, whose father's white and mother's black, going on about white privilege, okay, talking about how bad she is when she was never born 200 years ago, she's born now. Okay, she was all up for speaking about. Fucking George Floyd when George Floyd was unalive with them police officers. God rest his soul. But when you look at George Floyd's background, he'd been done for an ex-crime. He'd been done for robbery. He'd been done for all this different stuff that had no right for somebody to unalive him. God rest his soul. It didn't. But she was all up for saying, "Oh, these racism and this and that." She had so much to say. But when this white person was unalive, this poor 18-year-old kid who's found out that he wasn't a racist, he didn't say anything wrong, she never jumped up and said, "You know what, fair's fair here, he didn't deserve to die, he wasn't alive for the colour of his skin," because he was, right? But she has got nothing to say when it comes to white skin. So anybody who cannot see for this fucking woman's racism and the white privilege stuff, and every time somebody attacks her or says that they're a racist, they're not right, it's a wrong one. She's more racist, right, than Pearl Price, than any person on the app. She's got a fucking thing for white people, and I don't want to react. My dad's white. I couldn't give a shit. You're still a racist. You are a racist, Laura. You don't like white people. I don't care what you say. Oh, my dad's white. I don't care. You have got a fucking chip on your shoulder when it comes to white people. And every time, right, somebody says something about you, like Luke already, they're a racist. They don't like me. Yeah, that's bullshit. Absolute fucking bullshit. And I'm sick to death of hearing about it, because if you want to talk about fucking history, go and check out what happened to the Irish, do you know what I mean? She talks shit on her dad. Well, there you go, Heather. There you go. Go and look at what happened to the Irish. Go and check them out. You know what I mean? Go and check what happened to the fucking, the lot of me, because I don't care, Irish got treated, the white slave, right? This is what I'm saying about whites, and it's a shame, really. Right, for some reason, you cannot be racist to a white man or a white woman. You're not allowed. And you've also got white people standing up saying, yeah, you can. I'm telling you now, there's racism in all cultures, and white people now get it more than anybody else, because we get blamed for some of the ancestors for what they did. Right? Don't forget, I'm from white Italian. You know what I mean? So I'm from Irish Italian. That's my background. All right? I'm not fully British, but I'm telling you now, they want to. Whites get it more than anyone, because we have to get blamed for what our cultures did fucking 200 years ago. But there isn't a say of what's happened in other cultures like the Irish and things like that. And I don't like the fact that sometimes, and not enough people speak up about the white slave. Go and check your fucking history out. Go and find out, for some reason, we get ostracised as the colour of our fucking skin. Do you understand what I mean? There's a lot of violence when it used to come to the African man back then as well. They were very angry, aggressive, mean people. There really was, man. They don't allow you for nothing. Even today, they do. There's a lot of violence in them kind of war-torn countries. As you see now with fucking Sudanese and Somalians hopping people's heads off and that. Do you know what I'm saying to you? Some cultures are different to others. I'm sorry, but there is. People don't want to fucking see violence all the time, and people being unalived and their heads being cut off and stuff like that. There's so much fucking hate in this world towards the white man or the white woman nowadays. It's crazy, and I don't know why. I'm not the one to kind of see the colour of somebody's skin. I'm really not. Yeah, I fucking... they've tried to turn it on me. Oh, Ricksta, you dressed up as Hitler. So it's, you know what I mean? That's not good enough. But I will call bullshit out for what bullshit is. I will call bullshit out for what bullshit is. I will. And I think we get, lately, I think every time something bad happens, everybody's scared to speak up on it, because they're going to get called a racist. They get called, oh, it's because I'm black, or is it because I'm Asian, or, you know what I mean? And it's crazy, man. It really. And do you know what I'm seeing a lot of lately, which is brilliant? I'm seeing a lot of content, right, from different nationalities and different creeds and colour, and they're standing up saying, you're wrong, what you're saying about the white person. You know what I mean? You are wrong. This is racism. And I'm seeing it a lot, and I seen a show the other day when, I forgot the name, I think the guy's name was Trevor something, great guy, and he was an African Englishman, news reporter, And he was standing up. He was saying, "Listen, you are racist towards the white. How can you turn around and take a knee for George Floyd, but you won't take a knee for Henry? Why won't you take a knee for Henry?" And it is because he's white. His life isn't worth as much. Yeah, exactly, Heather. I agree. As much, and I think that's disgusting, right? You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, if you want to come on and start shouting racism, right, why don't you come on and start shouting racism about every point, about when a white person as well is literally being called all the names under the sun? Yeah, she is, Chloe. Burn the English flag, even though she lives here. Why don't you come on and stand up for all? If you want to speak, look. Do you know what I like? I really like Paigey Baby, right? I really like her. She's a very, very clever girl. Really, very educated, especially when it comes to stuff like this. And I think sometimes she probably should come on and say, do you know what? This was a little bit racist here. What happened was not good. Okay, and it is, and racism is in all colours and creeds. Because I've got a lot of fucking mates from different cultures, and I've seen a lot of them be racist. I've been called a white "see you next Tuesday." I have many times. What's that? You white "see you next Tuesday." So don't tell me there isn't racism or hatred towards the colour of a man's skin. Because I tell you one thing now, yeah. I'll tell you one thing, Rosie. Do you know when you've seen people being unalive nowadays in the UK and in Ireland and America, are you seeing these Islamic State people, these people from the Islamic world, are you seeing them unaliving one another? Are they killing one another? Are they killing another person from the Islamic world? No, they're not. They're not killing another Islamic person or someone from Pakistan, or you know what I mean, or somebody from the Sudanese. Or no, they're not. They're killing white people. They're raping white girls. They're raping white kids. They're unaliving, running on trains and stabbing white people. The guy who was done in Ireland was a white person. Lee Rigby from Islamic, white person. You don't see Christian men running around and unaliving these people or taking them off and that. You're not seeing that, no. Oh, there's one thing saying a name, but there's one thing when you're unaliving. These people are taking people's lives. They're taking young girls and setting up grooming gangs to go after white people and white kids. They're not doing it to their own. You know what I mean? They're not doing it to their own. No, I agree, Sarah. Not all Muslims. Some Muslims, I've got a lot of Muslim friends, and some of them have got morals. But a lot of these illegals, Sarah, a lot of these illegals are because they've got no morals. Do you know what I mean? If you're brought up in a Western civilised world, right, and you're a Muslim and you're born into the Western civilisation, you know what I mean? 9 times out of 10, hopefully, you live like the Western world, and you should live like the Western world. You should live on the country and the culture that you're in. But on top of that, Sarah, I don't agree with all these mosques being built in Britain. I do not believe that all these mosques should be built in Britain. I don't think we should have any mosques in Britain at all. I think it should just be all churches, because you cannot get away with that in anywhere else. Dubai, they won't have it in Pakistan. And it's only right that we do the same. So I don't think there should be any mosques in the UK whatsoever, not one. It should be all. It's a Western world. It's a Christian country, and that's the way it should be. And that's my personal opinion. And hopefully Rupert Lowe does something about that. And I really believe that, because at the end of the day, man, I'm going down the fucking road some days from where I live, and I'm getting 400 people ready to get into the mosque where I used to be brought up and fingers. You know what I mean? It's not good. It isn't fair, and it's not fair for Britain. It really, really isn't. And what they're trying to do, they're trying to make the UK become an Islamic state. They're trying to make it an Islamic state, because when you're getting all these people from abroad jumping over on the boats, the illegals, they've got somewhere to pray all these different mosques all around. They can associate with their culture. And that is unfair for us, you know what I mean? Because they're bringing their law. There's some parts of the fucking country that they're doing is, you know what I mean, Sharia law, which is wrong, which isn't good. You know, you can't tolerate. Like, and I fear for my children, man. I feel for my kids, man. You know what I mean? I do not want my children brought up in an Islamic country where my daughter's a Catholic. I don't want it. I don't want her to drive down the road and see 1,000 people outside the mosque ready to go in to pray. I don't want them seeing it. Not in this country. If she wants to do that, she can go to a fucking Islamic country and see how their cultures are over there. I don't want other people's cultures, brought on my doorstep If you want to pray, do it in your own home. Do it in your own house. You don't need to be building buildings around and taking thousands of people. In this country, you shouldn't be doing it. You know what I mean? And the quicker some of these mosques go, the better. There's no churches in Saudi Arabia, exactly. The quicker some of these mosques go, the better. Because it's sterilising the country. Do you know what I mean? It's crazy what they're doing. It's completely diluting the West. You know what I mean? And look, I'm seeing some of these fucking imams and that. You know what I mean? They're talking about the worst of this country, about they hate the Western civilised world and how it's going to become an Islamic state. I don't want that. I don't want that. And that's not me being racist. That's me telling the truth. I do not want my kids brought up in a country, that is under Islamic rule. And you cannot get away with saying certain things or doing certain stuff. This is a free country. We should be able to say and do what we want as long as it's not hateful. As long as it's not hateful. I've got no problem with other cultures. I've got no problem with other religions. You know what I mean? If I went to Pakistan or Kashmir, I'd probably visit a mosque and see what they get up to and see their culture. It's not, you know what I mean? Of course I would, but I just don't want it on my doorstep. Big up, Shelley. I don't want it on my doorstep. And if anybody else does, you've got to understand, and I mean this in the nicest possible way, Islam and Christianity are so opposite to each other's faiths is unreal. How you doing, Orishal? It's so opposite to her, and you know what I mean? And it really, really is. It's completely different culture, completely different set of rules, completely set of way of life, and it don't fit in the West. It doesn't fit in our cultures. It really don't. And I think at the moment it's proven that in the world. It's all right for a while, but it's gone too far. It's gone way too far.
Thank you, Tish. Well, go on, Linz. It's quite disheartening to hear certain things that adults are saying. Take it off. Can I go and take it off? Can I please? I'm going to go through there just in case my t-shirt comes up or something. So I ain't got no one underneath my fucking t-shirt. Let me go sort my fucking self out. I'll be back in one fucking minute. Because I just don't think it's the right thing to do, having a conversation looking like this. I'll just have a little pre-conversation with our Mary.
Come on, follow me please, guys, and drop the armies. That'd be great. Of Irish, I've got the video. I've got the whole video. I've seen the whole video. Do you know what I mean? It ain't good, man. I wouldn't even play it. I was going to play it on my show yesterday, but I thought it'd be a little really distasteful, and it would have really upset a lot of women and men and kids if they're in here. Do you know what I mean? I know. What's it like? Send it me, or Rochelle. I'll let me have a look at it. Is it going to be all right? Have you got the picture, Keely? Oh, is he bad? Fuck it. I can't believe what he tried to do to him. See what I'm saying, Rochelle? Do you know what I mean? It's scary, isn't it? It really is, man. It's scary. And until something bad happens to someone like fucking Laura, she's always going to be pulling out the white privilege, isn't she?
Just so I've got enough to fucking keep myself hydrated. I thought I'd try
I've got the video, Shelley.
Something about magnesium, lion's mane and electrolytes. I think it's like fizzy water with some good goods in them. I don't know, but we'll just have that just in case in a little bit. Thank you, Lavinia. Yes, I am as drained as I have ever been on this fucking app because of a multiple of fucking reasons. Thank you, Joe. Thank you, Lavinia. What's that? Oh, don't go live if I go on a break. Who am I going to fucking talk to? Thank you, Mel. I need someone to talk to, so I'm going to have to take you. You should try the what? Drinks, they're stunning. What's these called? Good race. I've not tried the Trips ones. Here's a sec. Thank you, Dr. Robin Banks.
Me too.
Amanda. Where do we even start with this to try and educate fucking adults and humans on this fucking app that use their platforms to spew more fucking hate and fucking division?
Crazy horror show. Isn't it?
The fact that the app has had to basically mute a term trying to be used speaks volumes, didn't it, when you actually think about it? Thank you so much, Kayla.
How you doing, Versace? So what she's trying to say is this, yeah, Black Lives Matter is okay, it's a word, it's all right, it can be used. Even though that when that Black Lives Matter was used and they went out and they started demonstrating for George Floyd, they smashed up half of America. You know what I mean? They went around, they were smashing up cars, they were blowing things up, they were smashing everything, you know what I mean? And to me, that was racism. I think it was racism, hatred towards white people and the police, and smashed everything up. But it was all right. She said, "Oh, it's fine. It's all right." Black. But when White Lives Matter comes in, that terminology, that is racist. You cannot use them words because it's used from different ideas. No, it's not. It's basically saying from normal people, saying all lives are the same, and yet we can use that phrase. We can. What makes the colour of somebody's skin better than somebody else? Do you understand what I'm saying to you? And I don't want to hear about, the African slave and the racism. Look at the Irish. I told you once, no dogs, no black people, and no Irish. You know what I mean? So don't start with your shit with me, man. It's okay for Black Lives Matter, even though she's fucking mixed race and brown, she ain't even black. But you cannot say White Lives Matter. She's crazy.
I'll be honest. I'm already expecting them to say some things because I am the mother of a parent who is locked up. Thank you, Natalie. That said, as a mother of a parent of a child that is locked up, I am also aware that this country has a massive, massive, massive problem with knife crime. And I think we're going to continue to have a problem with crime for quite a while. Thank you, Scoops. I am also aware they'll probably call me and say that I don't have the right to have an opinion or say what I want to fucking say on the matter. But I'm going to. Because, unfortunately, in my opinion, the unfortunate death of this child is being used to push hate, and his memory is now going to be left, in my opinion, with all this negativity attached to it. Something which his parents did request that didn't happen. Unfortunately, someone who is in Parliament wants to say the opposite of what his parent has requested and kind of fuel the fucking fire. It blows my noggin that for some reason
she's basically saying this, yeah. This is what she's saying. Henry Noack cannot have a voice. He isn't allowed to have a voice. The reason Henry Noack cannot have a voice because he's a white man. He's a white lad. He's an 18-year-old white child who was murdered on the streets over a racist attack. You know what I mean? Because it was proven in court that it was the other way around. All right, that is the first thing. So he cannot have a voice because he's not. But she, like I said, she never had the same opinion when it was George Floyd. She did not have the same opinion when it was George Floyd. Hello. Talia? What's that? What's that? Blake's hair? No! No way! Oh my God! Is that B's hair?
Yeah.
Let's have a look at his hair. Let's have a look.
He's having it washed.
No way! That is a lot of hair, man. I can't believe he's allowed that.
I know, I'm in shock.
I can't believe it, man. That is crazy. What was he like?
He's excited.
Is he really? What he haven't done to it, babe?
I don't know. I think he's having like a crazy mullet.
Oh my God. I can't believe, guys, he'd never let anybody touch it. Like the years I've known B, he's never allowed anyone to touch his hair. A little trim, but that's it. He loves his hair. I can't believe he's had the courage to do this.
I know.
Do you feel gutted, babe? Do you feel?
Yeah.
I bet you feel bad now, don't you?
Yeah.
I do, man. I don't want him to have his hair cut.
Oh, well, it will grow back.
Okay. Hey, babes, Irish Al said she sent you a picture for you to check when you're ready. I don't know what the picture is. Okay.
Okay.
No, I can't believe he's had his hair come on. I'm shocked.
Oh, I know, but
I'm
let's
gutted.
see.
I feel a bit gutted.
Yeah, me too.
I feel a bit gutted, man. I swear to
Parents
God. I love him with his hair. I really, really, you know what I mean? Oh, sorry, if you come in by accident, Bella. Sorry. Everyone give Bella a follow, guys. Yeah, as soon as he's done by, let us know. What's happening, Phil McCracken?
That one there can have an argument in an empty room.
What, Laura?
She rows with everyone, strangers, friends, boyfriends.
I know, fucking aeroplanes, holidays. Yeah, but you know what? She's just turning around and saying basically that this Henry Noah can't have a voice because he's white, and George Floyd can because he was black.
Oh, mental, mate. She ain't even black. She's half black.
This is what I'm saying. You might as well call it brown privilege because that's what she thinks she's got. Brown
All right,
privilege.
listen, I'm gonna go.
All right, babes. Yes, let me know. Yeah. I'm still going to cinema to watch that film. Hello?
I'm like crying.
Oh, man, it's really bad. It's really bad. Listen, let me know when you're on the way back, yeah?
Alright, bye.
In a bit. Can't believe he's had his hair cut off. I've known him, obviously. He's always had the hair, and he hates anybody touching his hair, so that's a lot of courage. But he's 10 Saturday. It's his birthday, he's 10. And I think he just wanted a change, you know what I mean? Because a lot of people keep saying he's a girl. You know what I mean? Oh, it's a girl, Yeah, she does go on, look, she's fully... Yeah, she does, Mancunian way, and she's not. Her dad's white, you know what I mean? I'm all right, Phil. I'm doing an FYP show, Phil. So if anyone wants to drop me some gifts, it'd be nice so I can afford a coffee. And then I'm going to the cinema today. I'm literally going to the cinema on my own. I'm going to watch that Disclosure. So I'm travelling all the way down to Guildford on my own. So I fucking hell told the trolls now they'd be phoning up the cinema. And I'm going to watch a fucking Disclosure. I'm looking forward to it. You know what I mean? Yeah, me too, Rapunzel. I'll be there. You live in Ireland. Otherwise, you could have come. Will you be back? I'm in character tonight. Yeah, depending. I've got a gift goal. If you finish my gift fucking goal, I'll be on tonight in two. I'll do 2 characters. I'll be trolling. We'll have the time of our life. Do you know what I mean? But I need some gifts for my gift goal. We've only had 6 sats, 2 balloons, and 3 crabs. Does anybody else want to give me crabs, please? That'd be nice. While we listen to fucking boring Laura chat the utmost. Tell her how she's fucking how racist the world is, and you know what I mean, how privileged she should be.
The problem has been highlighted.
Hey guys, is she still with Jack, or has she got rid of him? Because I ain't seen him around for a while. Has she got rid of Jack? Who's the next going to be stuck up there? Oh, big up, Shelley. Shelley gave Ricksta crabs. Shelley gave Ricksta crabs. I wonder who's the next person who's going to be stuck up Laura, because Laura, she's had G Crew, she's had Speedo, she's had Jack. You know what I mean? Who's the next? Who's the next? She's like a revolving door, isn't she? Like a revolving door. Next one to enter, please! Hello, and this is Laura, Swearing Shepherdess. Would anybody else like to enter me? Because I am the revolving doors. I can put my head behind my shoulders for any person, yes, who contributes some food to the animals. Yes, I am Laura, the revolving door. Laura, the revolving door. Straight up, man.
If you want to say that it is.
Yes, I have got a swinging vagina.
With regards to a certain community of people, let's just say.
She means white people.
And unfortunately, whether you like to hear it or not, there is good and bad in every single person. Thank you, Emma. In every single religion, in every single country, there's good and bad in everyone. Thank you, Scott. The situation that happened with this poor child, in my opinion, was negligence by the police. Something which, unfortunately, isn't a shock to us, because there has been many people in this country that we know of that have been let down.
Have you heard how calm and cool she is on here now? And she's gone, oh yeah, well, it's just a bit of negligence. Now, big up Mrs. Goggins. Now, listen, let me explain something to everybody on here, right? And you know I speak facts, right? Big up, Miss Goggins. Thank you for the hat. Big up, Miss Goggins. Right. If that, and God rest, if that was a young black lad who'd been alive by the police, the authorities, right, and he was unalived and he was left to die on the floor while in handcuffs, by the way, even telling the officers he couldn't breathe, just like George Floyd said, I can't breathe, and he said the same, didn't he? I cannot breathe. This is an 18-year-old lad. This isn't a man who's at university. This isn't a fella who'd literally been in prison before for robberies and rape and all the sorts, you know what I mean? Not saying it was right, because it wasn't. This is a young child. It's not his fault he was born white, who told the police officers, I cannot breathe, officer, I have been stabbed. Right. Now, if that was a black lad, there'd be cars burnt out, there'd be the worst of the worst going on, and she would be in uproar. How dare it, this is another racism from the police, and I can't believe there's racism in this world, and white privilege. That's what she'd be screaming at. You'd have live after live threw up. They'd be screaming about it because it was a young black lad who couldn't breathe, and they would. I'm sorry, but they would. But when this young lad who has passed away, and there's been a little bit of an uproar in Southampton, probably the biggest one we've seen in a while, it will quickly fade out, and he will be forgot about, God rest his soul. But George Floyd won't be forgot about, because there's statues of George Floyd. People took the knee for George Floyd, but as for Henry, because he's white, it's only a white lad. And she said it. She said it in a thing, because the whites, that community, she means white community. She's the biggest racist on here. She is a racist. And I don't care what you say. Stop saying that swearing shepherdess Laura isn't racist towards white people. She is. She's got a problem. She's got a chip on her shoulder. She really has, even though she's brown. Fucking hell, she looks more fucking whiter than some people with a tan there. Look at her. Fucking hell, she is. Do you understand? The population would be in uproar if he was a young black lad. And they would. But Henry Nowak does not get the same energy because he's white. What a fucking shame that is. And that says a lot.
By the force that is here to serve and protect. Now, some would say, well, if you're a criminal, you don't get that type of treatment. To a certain extent, yes, you do. You could be at the F-file, and we still have a duty of care towards you. So, for example, you could be a registered offender. You are still entitled to a certain level of care.
Just telling the truth, Sylvia. It's the truth. I'm not lying.
So that said, even if someone they feel is in the wrong, if something like that is
it's just the truth.
Happening, obviously, you would think they have a duty of care to get him some medical attention as soon as possible, and obviously sort out the other things afterwards, at the side of the hospital bed, as they are, in my opinion, supposed to. It's actually not a shock when it comes to the police's behaviour, because I have been at a party when this is the one that involved my son's friend, and there was no urgency in the paramedics nor the police. And in my opinion, that man could have been saved because the hospital was on the next fucking street. It is not a shock that there was no urgency, in my opinion, because we know of things, we've seen things, and it's just normality to us that. Thank you, Kirsty. Sorry, I'm not...
What she's trying to say is that the lad wasn't saved on the street because he was a black lad, and that's the reason why. So basically she's saying the lad who was stabbed, who she knew, who passed away, and the hospital was on the next street, right, you know what I mean? He never got saved because he was a black lad. This is what she said, because he was right, you know what I mean, the racists. But this guy's just died, this young lad, and stabbed by that young you fella of a different colour, but there's no, the energy isn't there, the same energy isn't there. It's like, oh, it's nothing. But if this was Laura's child lying in the street, passed away, you know what I mean? Because isn't he a murderer? He did unalive someone, didn't he? He did plunge somebody. But like, if this was somebody else, her child, she'd be screaming that it was racist. Yeah. Is that she on about me? And okay, yeah, but but so am I, Misha. Do you know the person that her son killed? Was he black? Did he kill a black lad, Mish? Just let me know. Have he killed a white lad? Fuck me. There you go. No uproar about that. Probably killed him because he was, you know what I mean? And the mum's a racist. The son was probably a racist as well. Probably killed the kid because he was white. He was a white Irish lad. See, no wonder she's got probably hatred for all white people. You know what I mean? And there you go. Another Irish lad took off. Fuck me. There you go. Is anyone speaking about her son who he killed this lad? Probably a racist. You know what I mean? Probably a racist attack. I'd put money in and it was a racist attack. He probably stabbed him because he owed him a few quid and because he was white.
Trying to ignore everyone. I'm trying to think before I fucking speak, but at least say something on the matter. Because one thing that...
And did she try and save the lad?
...upsets me is the fact that people are on this app and trying to compare different ethnic backgrounds, bringing George Floyd into something which, in all fairness, there should be no comparisons. The situation with George Floyd is totally different. That's regarding police brutality.
Okay, so she's just stated something there. It's completely different comparison. You know what I mean? It's completely different comparison. George Floyd, it was the colour of his skin, police brutality. Just to let you know as well, if you look into the full background story of George Floyd, not the fucking video, the film, you've got to understand, yeah, regardless of what they did, putting his knee on his neck and suffocating him, you know what I mean? Evil as fuck, and the officer's where he should be, right? But George Floyd had been done for rape, he'd been done for robberies, he'd been to prison. Did you know that? He'd been to all that. So when this young lad was unalived by a guy with different coloured skin, which was a racist attack, right? The police then, he's a racist, so they then got that boy on the floor, and it is police brutality. I don't care what you say. They tied this lad's hands up. They put, you know what I mean? He told the officers he couldn't breathe, right? Just like George Floyd did, and he was praying, please let me, I cannot breathe. You know what I mean? And they're putting his hands behind his back, which made it more difficult for him to breathe. And then obviously he choked on his own blood. He choked. That's what happened. He suffocated. You know what I mean? Very similar circumstances, to be fair. You can say, I know George Floyd was, the knee was put on him, but he also suffocated that young lad. They turned him onto his fronts. He should have been on his side. They should have checked him for injuries. You know what I mean? And he died a horrible death. So don't turn around and tell me that also wasn't police brutality, because it was racism with police brutality. Because they never give that young child a chance. They automatically thought he was a racist and he said a racist word and he didn't, so they handcuffed him up. Imagine if that was her son, your son, and your last word you heard your son say, God bless his parents, the last word, please, I cannot breathe. Just like George Floyd said, I cannot breathe. And the young boy said it, but the young boy's a little bit younger than George Floyd. He never had the convictions that the boy hasn't got the convictions George Floyd had. Okay, so don't tell me that one's better than the other, because it's not. These are both human lives. Exactly. Look at JP. Independent review. Dr. Christoph from Laos said if they could have lived if the police didn't cuff him. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? So she can't say the different. They both died through police brutality, but also both died in racist attacks. That's the truth of it. So no, they're not. The difference is, fucking one was the 18-year-old child, and the other one was a big fully grown man in his 40s. That's the only difference. So don't turn around and say you cannot compare him, because you fucking can, love. You fucking can.
With regards to the case in England, it's police negligence. Two different things. You can't compare the two. So the fact George has been brought up into this, thank you, I just don't stand. This country has got a massive problem with crime. Thank you. No one cares, Sandra. Unfortunately, in my opinion, the death of this child is being used. A lot of people are sat having these conversations.
She really infuriates me, guys. Right? I don't know. Some of you come. Why do you support her? Look, you understand she doesn't like you because you're white. You don't mean anything to her. She will thank you when you're gifting her. She will say that you're great if you throw in a few hand hearts. As soon as you go against her or don't like what she says or does, or you question her on something that's distasteful, she will then cut you down because of the colour of your skin and call you a racist. She's not a good woman. She's basically saying this young lad's life isn't worth anything because he's a white lad. That is what she's saying. Any person in here, right, of colour, or you're white or whatever, right, please, man, this woman's a racist. Full blown, and it's in your face. It's in your face, because if I said the thing she said about the colour of somebody's skin, I'd be cancelled overnight. Cancelled. Exactly, JP, exactly. Alright, this is discrimination at its finest. Alright, and stop telling me that Laura isn't a racist. She's a full-blown racist who doesn't like white people. She's got a chip on the shoulder, and she's always calling out pull out the racism cards or saying white privilege. You know what I mean? You can see it in her eyes. She ain't good, and I don't like the fact that people are going over. Like any person, I'm sorry to say this, any person of white skin, right, or white colour should not be supporting Laura. Because Laura doesn't like you because you're white. And I don't care if her dad was white. You know what I mean? I don't care. I'll tell you who isn't like that. It's Paigey Baby. I really, really like Paigey Baby. I think she's lovely. She's a lovely lady, she is. And very educated. You know, we've got into some debates and she wouldn't agree with everything that I said. And that's fine. You know what I mean? We've got to beg to differ. But you cannot tell me that she's not a full-blown racist, because she is. Yeah, exactly. To me, Jack was a slave to Laura. I think that Jack was a slave. I really believe that. The stuff that she used to get him doing, and the way she used to speak to him. She spoke to him like a knobhead. Like, really bad. And I honestly believe to her, yeah, Jack was her full-time white slave. I really believe that. She treated him like utter shit, Citizen Smith, 100%. Treated him like a dog. She did, Peachy. She spoke to him like a dog. She's got no respect for white people. She really hasn't. She don't like white people. Every white person who's turned up at her house, she spoke ill of. She turned around and said, Speedo graped her. I'm sorry, but she did. I know Speedo personally. He would never. He's not the man. He isn't the man, guys. He really isn't. That's what she said about him. She also said mad allegations and said stuff about G-Crew. Do you remember? White person. She also said the same about Jack, white person. It's like she's got it in for white people. Do you know what I mean? This is what it's like. Yeah, probably so. Soul abatement, 100%. Look, I can see through Laura. I can see through her. And I'll tell you one thing as well, guys. I am gonna be a little bit fucking nasty here, but I'm gonna say it right. Does anybody know Jodie Marsh? Do you all know Jodie Marsh? If you don't know Jodie Marsh was a model from back in the 90s and 2000s, you know what I mean? She's a very, very famous woman. She's very good friends with Talia. So her and Talia go back fucking years and years. They're really, really close. Now, Laura has got a farm, right? And she gets support of all these people, right? She gets this, even though she's a nasty piece of work. But so does Jodie Marsh. She owns Fripp's Farm. Fripp's Farm, what needs out. But eventually, I'm going to make sure that people know to go over and support Jodie Marsh, who is a bit of fun, who is a laugh, who is genuine, who puts everything into her farm for her animals, and support her, not support this reprobate who uses your money to go on holiday and don't like you because you're white. I'd love it, yeah, and she gets funded. I'd love the fact, Maria, if Laura stopped getting the support she got and people find out. So, guys, please follow Fripp's Farm. All right, follow Fripp's Farm, Fripps, Fripp's Farm. Right, she's got about 100k followers. Follow her, and when you see Jodie go live, if you support Laura, go and watch Jodie, because she's fucking amazing with her animals. She really, really is. Fripp's Farm, yeah, exactly. Let me just pin that comment, Sarah. Let me pin your comment. Because she don't deserve the support, man. I'm sick to death of the white victim, the white privilege. I'm sick of the way she treats people, and I'm sick of the way she speaks about white people. I really am. Exactly, TikTok, make me drama. You're right. It's meant to be a fucking charity for the animals, and she goes on 10 holidays a year. She does. She earns absolute fortunes for the way she is. Yeah, everyone follow Jodie, guys. She really is. She needs the support. I want to get her on the app. I want her to smash it. I want Talia to help her out and push her out there. And I want her to do well. I want to see her number one in the rankings. I want to see her number one in the populars. I want to see her really doing well because she's real. And she's got an heart of gold, by the way. She ain't like her. And I'm going to be pushing Fripp's Farm out there. I really, really am. When my platform's built, when Talia's platform's getting up there, I'll speak to DG as well. I'll speak to Luke the Judge. I'll speak to fucking all the other creators. I'm going to ask every one of them to do me a favour and push Fripp's Farm out there. And Jodie Marsh. She deserves real support. Real, proper support. She smokes screen out of the money. Oh, yeah, she does, Zoe. She does. Well, I haven't spoke to him, Jonah. I haven't spoke to him for, I don't know how long. Anyway, let's play this.
Conversations while you're having battles and just breaking off to thank people if you want to thank all your people. And if you're going to have such a conversation...
Oh, she's still getting used to it, Maria.
I just feel like battles, for example, shouldn't be taken while you're having such a serious conversation if you want to make a fucking actual difference.
He hasn't spoken to me, Jonah. I don't know.
Difference, then maybe you need to start focusing on the problem of knife crime in this fucking country. Something which parents like me up and down the country feel when our kids get to teenagers, because it is one of those things. A lot of the children, a lot of the teenagers do walk around with knives. They'll drop them off before they go home, and when they leave to go to school, they'll go and pick them up where they fucking left them. Do you know why? Because they know half at fucking kids in the school are fucking carrying them. And if anything were to fucking happen, a lot of the times these kids are walking fucking scared and carrying things and will fucking use them to protect themselves. That's the fucking reality of it. Kids don't fist fight anymore. They haven't been doing for a while. And while you all want to sit here slagging me off as a fucking parent, please note that for all my fucking son's fucking childhood, it was one of the biggest fears of my fucking life. Because you don't raise your fucking kids to then see him off in a box in the ground or see him off in a box in fucking prison. We're all sat here. Well, I wasn't a party to this, but I'm saying I'm sat here now. But a lot of people are sat talking on this subject and kind of directing all the attention and the hate towards a community, which, may I add, I do believe with regards to, am I going to call it a religious knife? There's never been no incidents registered in this country with anyone using one of those. Thank you, Wee Blondette. Thank you, Abba.
Yeah, but look, I said as well, does Laura mention, that the young lad, I'm right if we've pointed out, the young lad that her son unalive never had a weapon, he never had a tool on him. And I know he was a white lad, but I didn't know he was an Irish white lad as well. And he was unalived, and I honestly believe, because of who Laura is, and because of the mother she is, and because of how she's got this fucking hate towards the white people and the white race, I honestly believe that her son unalived this guy, probably owed him a few quid, but over race, I really believe he unalived him because he was a white lad. I really believe that. And this is why she's got no compassion for Henry Noack, and this is why she don't care about Henry Noack. Do you know what I mean? But everybody else is, and it's thingy because I think she hates the fact that she looks more white than she does black, to be fair. And she really does. She really, really does looks more white than she does black. And I think that's where she, you know what I mean? I don't know where the hate comes from. Why it's welled up in her. Was her dad not around? Has she got trauma bond issues with her dad because he's a white bloke? I don't know where the hatred comes from. But her dad, I think, would be ashamed of his daughter. Ashamed of his daughter with the hatred in her heart for white people. Did she get on with her grandparents? Did she see her grandparents? Do you know, the white grandparents? Why does she hate the white race so much? Why does every time she has an argument with someone, they're racist because of their white? Why does she always speak about white privilege? Why does she always call these people racist? Why did she speak to Jack like shit and slaved him away? This is what I'm saying, Heather. Every time I've heard her speak, she's such a selfish woman. She never speaks about the child that was unalived by her son. She's always speaking about her son shouldn't be in the big house because his life could have been saved. The lad he unalived. No, the moral of the story is this: you should have brought your kids up better. You should never allow your son to carry a knife. If you were a mother, I would have knew my son carried. You obviously fucking did, and you're an horrible cunt, or you never knew you weren't parenting good enough. You also, right, never, ever once have turned around and said how bad it was what your son done to that child, and how he took somebody else's life, even though that other child wasn't armed. You are all up for your son. My son this, my son that. What about the parents that your son unalived? Imagine if that was your child, guys. What about him? At least your son's still breathing, Laura. At least you get to see your son. At least your son will be released one day and be able to start a family and have a bit of a life. And you've got, you know what I mean, and he sees kids again. But what about the young lad who's dead, who will never get a life? His parents will never see him again. He's never got a chance to go on holiday, get married, play with his mates, go and have a pint of beer because your son took his life. And that's probably over the colour of his skin because he was white. Do you know what I mean? You know what I mean? It's crazy. Absolutely crazy, UK clips, you know what I mean, and it's crazy, man, and like I said, I just don't care what anybody says. She's got hatred towards white people. She don't like white people, and any white woman or white man should not be supporting Laura. She doesn't like you. You're not the right colour for her, alright? She don't like you. And I don't want to wear, my dad's white, so what, fucking the barber down the corner cuts my hair and he's black, do you understand? You know what I mean? Fuck off. She says he's innocent, even though he's
I would never...
Anyway, let's go on to Talia. Talia was having a little bit of a rant the other day about Canadian Angie. Canadian Angie I don't like. I don't think she's a good woman at all. She mocks baby loss really, really bad. And, yeah, she's not good at all. She's also says she was there. Oh, Laura. Yeah, Laura says she was there. You know what I mean? It's not something that I've ever even been brought to the platform. I'm surprised that somebody hasn't literally done a deep dive on Laura and started showing what happened, what her son did, what it was over. You know what I mean? Because that'd shut her up. That'd shut her up, to be fair. And I've rightfully so, and I don't think somebody deserves it as much as Laura, if I'm honest. I really believe that Laura really deserves it because she's not a good egg. She ain't a good egg. And like I said, she don't like me because I'm white. She said the worst about me because I'm white. True, she turned on Talia and me because we're white. Straight up. Because we made up with Evil Queen. That's what she fell out with us. And then started calling me a racist. And Talia, fuck me, Talia's Italian. She never said a racist comment in her life. Man. Anyway, we're moving on, guys. We're moving on about racist Laura. And let's see what Talia had to say about Canadian Angie. Here's another woman who should be getting watched. Another woman from bloody Canada, slates the English off, horrible person, mocks child death, says the worst of the worst, and people still support Canadian Angie. It's crazy.
Entertain a woman that thinks that she's a 20-year-old AI version of herself. Babe, your tits are wrinkly like most 60-year-olds. Stop pretending you're something you're not.
I never knew she said that.
And she's not had anything to do with me this whole time.
See her.
And then now she's in the comments.
Did you see her face then, guys? Did you see her smile? Basically, I've been away for a couple of days. I've been to Birmingham. Obviously, my daughter lives far away from where I live. So, you know what I mean? I was with her for the weekend. And when I come back, did you see her face? When I come back, look. This is me walking through the front door. She was live. Look, watch. Look. Did you see her? Look how happy she is. Look how happy she is that I'm back. She says, oh no, I can't wait for you to be out my side. I can't wait for you to be out my face. But look at her. Oh, Ricky's back. Oh. Look at her. Look how happy she is.
And then now she's in the comments.
She's happy to see me. She's happy to see me. Smiling, she had seen me for 2 days.
Look how happy she is.
She's come back from Birmingham. Yeah, so now she's all in the comments. She's got the most to say. Well, sorry, we've not interacted with you ever. Never. It's not even we used to talk and now we don't. There was a time in 2025 when she slated on this.
Guys, can I please get some more hearties, please? And I have got a gift goal. You know what I mean? We've had 9 hats, 99 cents, 2 balloons and 4 cheering crabs. Can we get some more hats or something, please? If not, heart me a great. Canadian Angie takes a lot from these on TikTok. No one knows what she looks like. I know it's crazy, Sarah, but I want to go to Canada and knock a door. And I'm the person to do that, you know I am. I am the person to do that. Oh, I wish I was that happy to see it. I'm a nice person, Heather. You'd like me. Big up, Shelley. Yeah, you'd like me. If you was my girlfriend, you'd really like me.
Miscarriage and said we lied about it. We didn't speak then. We haven't spoke now. Hello.
Who's in the comments?
No one's in the comments. You can't say hello.
Oi.
So yeah, this scram of Dan will either bring a lot of love or a lot of hate. And when I say hate, I mean jealousy. And it's already starting to show.
I reckon I've lost about 2 stone.
Oh yeah, sorry. Moving on.
I reckon I've lost about.
Moving on. I'm sorry, guys. Yeah, so that was obviously Talia just having a rant about Scram with Dan. Anyway, I had this video and I did find it funny, and I don't mean to weight shame. You know, I can't stand Donna Monteith, but she's talking about that she lost 2 stone here. What off? Your big toe. Your big toe, Donna. I'm sorry, right, but Donna gets bigger by the day. By the day, you know what I mean? She really does. She's obviously not using the gift money to buy any Manjaro. She's obviously spending it on kebabs. But that's just my thoughts, you know what I mean? That's just my thought. I'm just saying how it is. Listen, I've got no problem with everyone being overweight. If they want to be a size 22, my mum was a big woman, daughter's a big woman, do you know what I'm saying? Yeah. But I'm just saying, yeah, Donna, you've got to, and before anybody says anything, I've seen Donna calling people big heifers in comments. You're nothing but a big heifer, talking about painting the kettle black, you know what I mean? So don't start saying I'm me if you like Donna, because I'm just playing the video.
I reckon I've lost about 2 stone over the last 48 hours because after our night out, I had a kebab and I don't.
See, she had a kebab, told you. She never had a salad. She never had a tuna sandwich. She had a kebab. A kebab, and then she's wondering what she's putting on the pounds.
I think the kebab was cooked properly, so I've been extremely violently dehydrated.
Hey, Danny, right, I know who you are, by the way. Danny, you absolute wrong un. Carry on, I'll put your passport all over the internet. But yeah, believe me, Donna Monteith's about 4 times bigger. At least 4 times.
I'm not going to go into it all. Bearing in mind, you know, I've got dodgy bowels anyway.
Yeah.
So, to be honest, I could do with, sitting on a rubber ring or something, but that's about as deep as I'm going to get because I'm a lady and I'm very classy around here. Anyway.
You just spoke about having a big shit on the toilet, emptying your bowels for 2 days, right, and eating kebabs. I've fucking held, yes, Moira Hinley's more of a lady than you, love.
So that's why.
Oh, that was a bit far, not Moira Hinley. Who else can we say? I don't know.
I've had to have the electrolytes to put all the minerals back into.
Do you know what I mean, Sophie?
Unknown. Do you want to get blocked from my live because they ain't the bitch to try today? I had to pay for a fucking vet bill, which I never even made it to the vets. Do you want to fucking try me today? You heard the chair vibrating, yes? Thank you, TikTok's nosy biatch. So basically, guys, our Susie one has been a bit bunged up for the last couple of days, right? And she ain't been toilet for three days. It was 3 days today. And obviously, dogs and constipation. I swear I'm telling the truth on everybody that I love dear in the world. God, take them out now if I'm lying. So anyway, hello, Savage Fluffy Bear. So anyway, she ain't been toilet for 3 days. And I know when she goes toilet because I have to carry her out to the garden, you know, to go toilet, and then I'll clean up after her. But she's only been going out for number ones. So anyway, the 3rd day in, I said to Simon, this isn't normal. And I read online, you know, constipation in dogs. She's only a chihuahua, do you know what I mean? She's only little. Can be like really serious. So anyway, I rang up the vets. I said, look, our Susie one, she's not been toilet for 3 days. Today would be the 3rd day. I think she needs some help. And anyway, they give me an appointment with the vet on the phone, but you have to obviously pay for the appointment on the phone and everything. It's not, going to break the bank too much. And anyway, that she said, oh, what we'll do is we'll give you... No, T, these fingers are going nowhere near the dog. So anyway, she said, what I'll do is I'll give you a ring back at 2:45, and I'll give you a prescription for some meds for, I don't know what the fuck they're going to give me. So anyway, I put the phone down off the vet after paying for the consultation over the phone. And what happens? She wants to go outside for the toilet, don't she? Oh yes! Literally 10 minutes after getting off the phone to the vet, I'm thinking worst case scenario, she's going to have surgery. She's got a bowel blockage, they've just robbed me of what the fee is to speak to him on the phone. Goes on the grass and drops it like it's hot. And I'll be honest with you, I was like, Jesus Christ, darling, I don't know how some of that big...
I wear real nappies, Ross. They're real nappies, and I poo in them every day. And if you want one, I'm selling them for the tenner. Nappies with my pooping. So please, if you check my bio out, it's in my bio. I'll sell pooping nappies. Not a problem. Yeah, but what was she talking about? What was she talking about? Dog shit. She's talking about dog shit. Not good, man. Not a problem, Ross. For you, mate, the link's in my bio, and I've got it literally in my bio at the moment. I've got a PayPal here because I want to try and get some new equipment, like to change my whole system around. You know what I mean? And if I don't, it's going to take me fucking probably a year to earn that amount of dough because I don't get gifted enough. Do you know what I mean? But if you want to go over to my PayPal in my bio and just donate a tenner, I think I've got about 30 days left to reach whatever. I've only made 30 quid. But Ross, if you want to go over and donate, or anybody else wants to donate, I'd really appreciate you checking the link out in my bio. Because I want to do like a Frank show, see. So yeah, can you get your hand in your pocket, please, Ross, and drop me at least a $1. That'd be great. Not unless you've got $5 grand, mate, and I'd really appreciate the $5 grand. Yeah, thank you.
Come out of you, do you know what I mean? So hello, TJ. So she was obviously, a little bit bunged up, but I just couldn't.
Who won't come through? Big up. Who won't come through Australian customs, though? It's such a shame they won't let them through Australian customs. Who? Who are you talking about? Who haven't been let through Australian customs?
I can't believe it. I was raging. But
Fuck off, you speaking about shit. Get on a diet, get down the gym, and take some Manjaro, chubby ass.
It was.
Anyway, let's go back to this. Who are you on about? Who's he on about, Gnomes? Such a shame they won't let them through Australian customs. Who are we talking about? I say to the point, Sophie, that's why you like me, because I say how it is. Oh, nappy. Oh, I get you. Oh, no, it's like, oh, do you live in Australia, Gnomes? Oh, do you want one of my nappies? Not a problem. I'm only joking, I don't do that, but yeah. Yeah, Annie, as usual, please check the link out in my bio. There's a PayPal thing there. I'm trying to buy some new equipment, so I don't have to be in the same area as Talia. And I want my shows to be the best. They will be the best, but I need help, man. Anyway, listen to the fucking Toxic. Don't have a rant like always. This was this morning.
Joey's brother's grave.
What you say about Blaster's child, you woman?
So get your facts right, you fat fucking alcoholic cunt.
Oh!
What?
TikTok shop on him, TikTok shop.
Are you going to listen to me, you sweaty, scruffy cunt?
Oi! Toxic Dan, calm it down.
Nothing even mentioned about Blaster's fucking kid. What I did is I received all of the messages between Joey, Angel and Blaster where you're getting dragged in them as well, may I add, where they're fucking ripping you to bits and all about people coming to your house when they're sending your address. And I said, I've not finished talking yet. And what I said is, I'll show Joey. I said, I'll show him a trauma for a trauma. I said, the only way to hurt him, the way that he's hurt me, is with his brother. But yet again, I, at 37 years old, Angela fucking Davis, do not need to answer to a 52-year-old mess of a fucking woman that has never done a single thing in her fucking life. That has never done a single thing in her life. You sit there thinking that you...
These women, let me tell you, these women that support you, I'm going to go look for your trauma, love, and I'm going to drag all over the app for supporting such a vile creature. How about that? You cannot sit there talking about your trauma when you sit there listening to this person drag someone's child, across the app. That's not here anymore. That's what you did you not? You did? You're dragging someone's child that's not here anymore across the app?
Is not a fucking child. It is Joey's brother, and I'll do what I want. The day that I start acting like you on this app, you stupid old bitch, is the day when I will look at myself. But until that day, Angela, keep...
Be careful of your windows, love. Now piss off. Be careful of your windows. Hopefully they get the other windows done. Hopefully get the other windows done. You're wronging. I can't open this meds. Why have I got my thingy on? Can't open this.
These are fucking.
Shit, I need to give me a
They're all nutters, Zoe. They're absolutely psychopaths. A lot of them.
Now everyone, it is really
absolutely fucking insanity. Insanity. Right, guys, listen, I'm off till later. I'm going to be on at 8:30. I will be in character tonight. Whether we do an FYP show or just have a little bit of fun, that's entirely up to you lot. You know what I mean? Please come back tonight and, yeah, make sure you follow this account. All right? And for you amazing people who don't even drop me a fucking pound because you don't believe in gifting on TikTok, which is fine even though it's my part-time job. Even though it's my part-time job, I have got a PayPal link in my bio, yeah, because I want to buy some new equipment, and it's all for new equipment, so it's for you lot, it's not for me. So I can start doing these amazing shows. So yeah. And so far, I've had thank you, Holly, and I'm not going to say the other one, she's asked me not to say who it was, but thank you so much for the donations, it means a lot. So if you want to check it out, I'd appreciate it, because it'll come into my PayPal, it'll tell me who gifted me, but look, boom, so I can give you a shout out later on and say, oh, thank you. Thank you. You know what I mean? $5 or $10, don't know. Just a contribution. Because it's going to take me a fucking year to earn that money. I'll never get gifted enough to, so. But anyway, guys, thank you for everyone who's tuned in. I'm going to start doing these lives every day. Like FYP shows. And then obviously my characters on the night. But anyway, this goes out to Corey Wald. Take care, guys.
What are you saying? Naked black fella on my live, everybody! What you doing, you dirty bastard, you?
What the fuck are you saying? What are you putting in?
In there with your no clothes on, naked in the bed, fella! I swear to God, if I find out you're anywhere in Ireland, there'll be big trouble for me and my family. Do you know me? I'm the oddest man in Galway.
You know what you look like? You know what you look like?
What I look like? Are you lying on the bed there naked with no clothes on? With your big dunking on, gal? You're eating two veg.
Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up.
Don't you dare speak to me like that, you bad. You wanna fucking fight me? I'll fucking fight you. Come on. You wanna fight me? I'll fucking fight you. Get out fucking fight you. Come on. Come on up the IRA. Fucking come on. I'll fucking fight you! I'm the hardest man in Galway! Come on, you bash! Come on, I'll fight you! I'll fight you! Come on, everybody, tap the screen for Mickey! Dirty old town! It's a dirty old town! Fire! Come on, everybody, tap the screen for me!